Hello, good morning to myself. Hello, if there's people there, good morning. If there's not, I might see you later. It's a jolly morning here. It's raining. I went out in my slippers, just washed them. And they're the wrong ones. You know, when you go out and you're like, oh no, I should have put me proper going out ones in. Well, not going out slippers, not going out, but slippers with an harder base. Anyway, shut up. So, some of my papers, coming up. Just thought I'd show you some of my papers. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, you can't see that. Thank goodness you didn't see that one. Anyway. Good morning. How the devil are you? I need some space, head space. So today, pencil. Different sizes. Okay. That's what we need. That's what we need. And a rubber if you've got one. I don't really care about the rubber because I'll have one in my handbag. Oh, sorry. Oh, Right, some dosh. Speaking of dosh, thank you to everybody for supporting me with my collection. I can't believe how well that went. It went to limited stock. Thank you very much. I'm getting questions about the ink pads. Please, I haven't got a clue because I didn't use them. So, I can't answer any questions about that. So I've got some grey paper, some white paper, and a bit of brown paper. So I'm thinking, why not we just get these crazy bits of card we've all got and let's have a go. But I really need to do this because it's been mega busy. Loving how busy it is. Had a great day with some friends yesterday colouring in. Woohoo. Hi Dawn. Hi Facebook user. Oh, there she is, Dawn. Hello. And we've got Facebook user. Hi. And then we've got Facebook user. Good morning. And we've got the lovely Angela. Got the trees. Love. Oh, got the trees set. Oh, you'll love him. You'll love him. Thank you, Angela. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I loved them myself. I think I found my little way to go now. I'm not expecting loads of people to be around because these get seen later. But if you have got these sort of mid-tone colours, I was working with these yesterday with the lovely Amanda and Diane, and explaining that these colours are just absolutely overlooked. We overlook these. Oh, and if you want to go a little bit further, we've got a gel pen. Do quickie, do-da. I don't know something me. And I used to use these as well. These are good. By the lovely Leslie from Toner Text. I smashed all my nails in, so you'll have to excuse me. So I've not used the grey, the brown. So shall I use the brown? Because it's a bit more of a tonal colour than a grey. You know what I mean? Grey, believe it or not, is brighter look. I'll go with grey. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make I'm going to get rid of this because it's annoying. Oh, and we have here the lovely Sue Fitzsimmons. Good morning. I think Dawn's on in a sick bed, so she's winging it a bit. She's wagging it. So yeah, I'll take off some of these banners because they're getting away, but I might put that on a rolling banner later. It's a bit annoying at some point, but we'll see. And that's about the Patreon. So, my name is Lou. How do you do? Oh, that was so cheesy, wasn't it? Right, the first thing I want to do is I want to get some spaces sorted. And I was thinking, should I put the spaces first? Yes, excuse me. My arthritis is playing up badly today. Or shall I do it later? I'm going to do it later. Right. So let's get our pennies. I'm going to take the paper off because then I can just scoot it on. Okay. So let's start. Oh, crease that already. Okay, I'm going to use pencil because I'm going to go into it with a little bit more. Now you can use the two pencils together, you can one on its own, whatever you want. But what we're going to do is basically isolate. So we're going to abstract areas that I think will work for me, and you do the same on yours. I've got my new fluffy poncho on, so I'm snug as a bug in the rug. I'm loving it as well. You know, it's one of them that you want to stroke. I get stroked a lot, so it's something that I'm used to now. So what you can do is use two together or one on its own. I personally like the one on its own for what I'm doing today. So I'm going to use my pencil and I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to go and press it quite hard for you to see. Okay. Got the 50p piece on now, and I'm just going to drag that way. I'm trying to bring it down in the most interesting way. And with it being a fine, I think it is a 0.7, it has its own little mind of what it wants to do. So, see how it twists? Oh, I love it. So, what's the point of doing this? The point is you just don't have a point. What you're doing is you're just allowing your subconscious, and it will take over. And just watch the money go across. Just watch the money go across. It's just try and push it to the other side, and the weight will determine how straight it goes. So I'm going to push it. There. So we've got lots of confusing patterns happening. Why does this StreamYard insist on going autofocus? Take it slow. Yeah, I like the pennies. They seem to be on the pound. The 50p was a good one, wasn't it? So put it half on and off like that. Then what we're actually doing is, just to explain, is put my pencil. If you put it like that, it's harder to control. If you push it like that, you push it. So you do that, and you're following it. And we're pushing it to the opposite side. The slower you go, the straighter the line. Now I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to go diagonal. So I've got it just off camera, sorry. Just going to push it. Lovely. Can you see how it's very sort of sparse here? So I am pushing it there. So there is a difference. You know what I mean? I am pushing it. So now what we're going to do is isolate the areas that we want to work in. Sorry if it's a wobble on the table. I'm just trying to uncross my legs. So let's have a quick look to see who's in. Hello. Oh, we've got another one in. There's a lovely Tracer. I hope I'm going to see people at Doncaster this weekend. Yeah, we could do some sneaky little do that. Oh, I better take your name off just so you're not on the screen. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do is I've got a number of shapes. I've got circles, I've got squares, and I've got my orbis. So I'll be using this first. So what you would need to do is just look for interesting areas, okay? So I want lots of crosses and things sort of. So I need some more lines. So let's go for it. And just think. Right, push your pen. So, right. And bring it down left and right and left and forward. And the faster you do it, the harder it is. So push down, forward, back. I think that's crazy enough there. You wouldn't necessarily do this when you're doing it the other way because you don't want all these to fill in. But oh, I've got a full circle there. So yeah, there we go. Right, now isolate. So quite like that area. And I bet might be an idea now to go straight in with your pen. Okay. That's a cool one. Now the art to draw in with the stencil is not to draw like that. It's straight up. Because then you're not going to push that underneath. You see how that should have been thrown away now. So straight up, you've got less chance of diving underneath the stencil. Get me? Sorry, I'll bring the picture down, don't worry. Yeah. I think I might cut some of these out, you know. There's a big gap there, so I won't use that. But there's a bit fine mess of tangles here. Now what you could do is keep one side for circles and the other side for angular ones. See, that's got a fine heap of mess in there. I mean, that in the nicest possible way. So here, let's look at some squares. So, yeah, I like that one, but do I want it all? Yeah, I quite want it all. I think I want it all. So now I'm using squares and circles, but there's nothing to stop you using rectangles and, you know, oblongs. So let's have a quick shufty here. Is that one a better one? Yeah. Oh, no. That one's a nice one. Okay. And I'm looking, there's some up here that might be okay. There. And you can go the whole hog round here if you want. So what we're going to do then is take the pen that you're using sure about using a heavy one at the moment, so see if 5 is a little bit better for me. And you can tell this pen has been used with a stencil. It's flat. Can you tell? Okay. So what I'm going to do is very gingerly, no quip or intended. And I've got to have the paper at the right shape, because at the window I can't see much is going on. So I've just done that, okay? And I'll come around here. Now, your pencil work is a guideline. If you go off a bit piece, don't. It don't matter. We can always rub those lines out. I told you it's about enjoying it. If you think you need one, like I might do one here, cool. Add that. Like here looks a bit dodgy. So I might add a couple, but it's good to have some. It's a bit like leaving white space. So here. Like that. We can go back in with, I will do in a minute once I've done this. So take your time. Enjoy feeling the pencil on the paper. Don't rush it. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy being in this moment with your creativity. Just focus on these lovely lines. This is like your day today. It's going to be, your day is going to flow lovely. It's going to flow. It's going to have turns and moves and things happening in it. But you'll always get back to a particular place or your good place. I always used to love doing these tangled things, not as in Zentangle, nothing like that, but as in tangle, untangling. Right, here's a phone, and you've got all these telephone lines, which we don't have now, I know, but which one belongs to what? And yeah, I'd spend hours like untangling it, and I know where even people untangling fishing lines and stuff. It takes your mind off it, and it's like an accomplishment to undo it. Oh, who's that? So we're nearly there now. We're nearly there. And if you tried to do these lines, I've done it myself, I've tried it honestly, it don't work out the same as pushing it with a penny, because it's too contrived. It's too sort of jerky, it's not smooth. It's really strange how it works, really strange, because it's like, how come I can't get that flow And it's almost having that weight in front of it is making you react and act in that way. So it really is strange how it makes you have a much smoother line. And I didn't think that would be right. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. Don't give me that ball. But it really does work. It really does work. Right, I'm going to just, while I've got this, sorry I jumped out now because of that thing in my table. I'm just going to go around them a little bit darker so I can see and maybe you can see. Now what you can do while doing this is go and get a rubber and rub out the other lines, which is a really nice alternate way of intensifying these lines. But as you see, what I mean is when that is taken away from that, you can still see the continuity because the line continues. And it's almost like when you've got a shape next to a shape, you start to think, wow, look at that shape there. It all continues. Now, where did that one go? There. Didn't do that one at the bottom. And with it being in pencil, I can quickly get rid of any extra lines that I'm not a lover of. So there we go. I've not done the very big one because I'll show you why. I wanted to, each time I do this, I want to change it up a little bit. I want to say, I've done it that way now, let's change it up. Let's do something else with it because you develop, each time you develop, and I know watching all the guys on here and in different groups, and I'm just like blown away by how much they develop theirs. It's like giving my lovely friends their stuff to do, you know, and then they turn around and I go, wow, really? Is that your take on what my stuff is? And I just can't, it blows me away every time. Right here, you ready? I'm going to put another circle in there, just there, okay? Let's look at this here. No, not that one. I think maybe this one here. You don't have to do them all. You know, I get carried away, and it's the same with these as well. I'm just going to pop that one there. You don't have to be middle, but this is a piece of artwork. No, it really is. It really, really is a piece of artwork. So let's get the party started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is look at our work now. We're going to look at it, okay? I'm going to say, I really like these lines. I like the lines that I've got. I like the lines that it's following. They're not perfect. I don't want them perfect. I'm not perfect. That's perfect. So those of you that don't know, I'm going to have some new lines coming out called Perfectly Imperfect or Imperfectly Perfect. And that's basically, it's all about me addressing my imperfections and how, instead of moaning about them, I want to embrace them now. I don't want to sort of sit there going, oh, I can't do this anymore. Let me go and get this other rubber. I've got about 9,000 rubbers and I can't find them. There should be one in here. Oh, there it is. So it's about embracing my imperfections and embracing what I find I didn't love, but now love. And why do I love it? because it's me, it's part of me, it's made me who I am. And I can't change it. So why bother spending the rest of your life worrying about it? Let's say, okay, that is me. I'm going to change nothing and I'm going to work with what I've got and get rid of that negative attitude so that, yeah, okay, I might not look like Angelina Jolie. I look like me. So let's try and make myself look the best I can, not like someone else. So yeah, so I've got some new collections coming out I'm very proud of, and it's all about a journey. More on that will be coming to you, near you. So all I'm doing is rubbing out the extra lines, right, because I don't feel we need these anymore. These are a bit like our journey. So I'm all about journey of discovery, journey of development, journey of life, journey of thoughts. It's important. Life is that. If we don't look at it in that way, I said to you before now, when I went to the paint clinic, there's a lady there who's very upset that she can't horse ride. Oh, I want to be able to get on a horse, and she can't yet. And that's the bit. She can't yet is one way of looking at it. But she completely blanked off what the opposite of that. And that is, well, I can't do it, so what can I do? And it's this idea of embrace what you can do and change it. Oh, here we go. Here's a lovely friend of mine. Hello, Linda. Hiya. Right, you'll really enjoy this one. Okay. So now that looked entirely different now. But can you see how the lines? Can you see how there's a continuity? You know, that could be, to me, this one here, don't laugh, is like, you know, the, I can't remember, Sistine Chapel, finger point to finger point. And that could be our take on it. Yeah, I really feel that. Like our version of it, a new abstracted version. So I've got two colours here. So let's go with the first one. Okay, so in this one, I'm not going to do the same colour. In this one, I'm going to use my number 8. And I'm going to round up the shapes as they meet. I'm going to round them up as they come to the edge of the circumference. I hope you can see. So what do you do? I have done this before just to show you. You can round off. You can, I found that I purposely like to go along the lines a little bit more so they don't look as chunky. Not wrong with looking chunky. I mean, I'm chunkier than anybody, but do you know what I mean? I like sort of taking the lines a little bit further. I've got a double line here, so I'm going to embrace that imperfection, and I'm going to put some little lines there. It's all about embracing these imperfections, because these differences are what make us who we are. I was talking to a very nice lady. That's a terrible thing to say. I just clicked with her. I hope she don't mind me saying Diane. And we were talking, and we mentioned like learning differences, because we're having a really good chat, and that's how we were seeing it. And she felt the same way. It's about learning differences and not learning difficulties. They're only difficult because they're different to yours. That's not right then, is it? It just means they're different to yours. So how can they be a difficulty? They're just a difference. So it's a bit like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in the white. Oh, this is so satisfying. Now, it's entirely up to you. If you want to now leave the black lines, that's up to you. Again, choices. But can you see it's like a highlight spot? So you can go inside there with that. If I was to use my fat pen again, because these have got a fatter nib. And if you want to know where to get these, go onto my... If you want to know where to get these, go onto my Amazon. She says... No, no, she says, no. Cool. And if you want a fatter line, because this is it's an 8. It gives you a much chunkier line when it works. So I'll go back to the other one. Right, I gave me pen away yesterday. It's good hands though. So here I'm just going to do the lines, keeping my pen upright, and then wiggle to the edge. Try and see where you're going. That sounds pathetic, I know, but no, I mean that, because on the screen I can't always put my pen where I need to go because I'm covering up the camera. So have it as close to you as you can. Have a light on it and turn your work so it fits the way you're going. It's supposed to be enjoyable. It's not supposed to be a contortionist convention. It's supposed to be a chill. Now, can you see it's a very thin line there? So, but that is a very fine one. It's not got a lot of joins on it. But this is how our brain fires. Isn't that amazing? Our brain fires like this. So that imperfection is now a beautiful part of it and not an imperfection anymore. If you've got a wibbly line, make it properly wibbly. Yeah. Yeah. Very important that. Oh, hello, Linda. You're always off. Linda's one of them ladies who I think who is personally helpful to everybody, and she's like an auntie for everybody, but you know, somebody who bakes and makes and a bit of a hippie. I mean that in a nice way. And that's what she reminds me of. She's got that, I feel, an aura around her that's sort of like that. Like these lines here, remember, they should gravitate and sort of join if you want them to. It just gives continuity. See, there's a little bit there, but don't worry, because I can make that anything I want. And I'm not always following the lines, so blatantly I've come along here I made it so I'm highlighting that. Oh, I'm so sorry about my fingers today. I'm finding really hard to draw. I don't want any, I'm not being mad. Don't want any pity out. I'm not. I find it really difficult to draw. It's really difficult for me to hold this as well. Shut up. Right, so here. The only problem is when you've got super bendy fingers, they bend unnaturally. And all those years of bending unnaturally takes its toll. Right, so we've got God, let me get my fingers right. Oh, push them down for God's sake. So I'm leaving that one there. There's lots of fine ones here, but rather than just make one big, well, you could make quite a big. Oh, I've gone in it there. Stop. So don't you get carried away. What you could do is a really see where I've got like super duper thin lines. I'm putting the dots in, the strokes, dashes, cross hatches. If you don't know already, that's probably what, well, you probably do know, but that's why I have so many bites on my fingers, because the pain's that it takes the pain away and it stops me isolating one pain. So I do bite my fingers terrible. So here, and again, these pens, these like to be upright because oh dear, what can the matter be? Withers is gonna get very, very angry. Right, these are 7 now. Now, what I was thinking, you could do silver. So, excuse me 1 minute, sorry about that. I'm going to try one, new one. I'm going to see if this works now better for me. If it does, I'm going to go in the, into the silver. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, much better. I think it's easier for you to see as well, can you see? I hope you've got good things happening as well as the bad things happening in your life, because at the moment it's very easy for us to just concentrate on the bad things, like am I going to pay my bills and stuff. And it is the same. I'm feeling the same. You know, I'm wondering about my next bill coming in and how I'm going to deal with it. But for this time that we've got together, we just concentrating on this, because you need respite, whether it's looking after a parent, a family member, or your job, or whatever it is, where you've got lots of responsibility or accountability, then you will have your pressures. It may not be the same as anybody else's, but that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about it. I always hear people say, oh, but I can't moan because look at everybody else. But it's not about everybody else. It's about you. So whilst it is good to be conscious of other people and aware at that moment in time, you are worrying about your issues. And that's so important, because they're very, very important to you. Very important. There's no getting away from it. You know, they're incredibly important to you. This is one of my favourites. Hello, Denise. Yay. Denise did some work for me, and I thought it had all gone, but I managed to send it all to her. I was so chuffed I'd done that, because she had to wait a year or two, but she got it. She got it in the end. So I was really happy with that. I'm really happy with this, actually, in as much as yeah, she did some beautiful samples. It was great. I managed to send them a back. So, yeah. Oh, gosh, I'm loving this. Absolutely loving it. So, what I think I should do, I wonder if I could just do one line. It's quite a nice. It's like it's firing in your brain, the neurons, and the fire in like different directions, and boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm so chuffed you got it. Boom, 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 all over the place. Maybe not quite like that, but so I'm just going to put that there. That there. There. Woo-hoo-hoo, I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Here we've got quite a, so that matches that now. I'm just going to put in a little bit there. I'll bring it up and show you. So You see, just tiny bits. And then what I'll do here is I'll just put in right, just to show you quickly so you can do it yourself if you wish. Morse code. No, it's not. But it's like dot, dot, dash, dash, dot, dot. And that's another form of like communication. Stitching and all that. See it? Bring it across. Love it. So you can either carry on watching me if you wish, or go to sleep, or just hang on for a bit more because I think I'll finish this for you. Who am I kidding? It's for me. And here is a picture that I was doing on a microscope of a wing. Can you see how I've always been interested in under microscopes and stuff? Hello, Kim. Oh, the gang's all here. I'm hoping you can see this because it's grey and black and silver. A huge shout out to the Patreons as well. Thank you so much. You've been like allowing me to continue, but not just that, you've given me the will to continue as well. Because it means that I mean something to you. And £1.20 a week is a lifeline. It really is. It really, really is. Thank you so much. Some more than others. Some have put £2 a week or whatever it is. It does mean a lifeline to me. So thank you. Right. So again, we're building this up. I'm keeping my pen, and if I go off piece, sorry. Ooh, I'm adding a few dots in that line to make it look like I did it on purpose. You could add any colour to this though, couldn't you really? So I've done all my circles. Let's go for the squares. So I could have either or in it, couldn't I? Right, I know what I'm going to do. I want to save up now for I mean, this is never going to happen, but you never know. Someone with a few thousand or £1,000,000 might want to buy me a garden studio. But I'll save up for it, and then I'll never get it, but I'll save up for it, and then whatever I do get in the end, I can buy some new stuff with. So here what I'm doing is, stop talking about blooming money. Right, I'm going in the outy sort of thing. So I'm doing silver on the outside, instead of it being on the inside. So when you see how the pathways in your brain work, you'd be amazed, honestly, because it's they fire, and when they fire, it's like an electrical doodah, and it's crazy because you think, wow, that's my brain sending all these messages. And how crazy is it that my brain can send this like little impulse like this, and it might mean something like pick up your pencil, follow that line really carefully, scribble that line. So here, you don't have to do a line when it joins. You don't have to do the create bit like that. But I just think it just creates something neater. It's almost looking like underneath a microscope, isn't it? And then each one of these could be a separate piece. You could write in them. You could just do anything you wanted in them. So here I've got the black one, and I've got a dodgy line there. So let's make it a proper dodgy line. There we go. You see, just there. So change that. Change it into what you embrace. Sometimes you think, oh, I don't need that. Or, oh, I'll just get this done. And then you don't take time for yourself. And then you sit down and do this. And you think, I so needed that. Oh, it's this one. And film stuff. Sorry. Right, just doing isolate there. This silver does work because it's got the metallic, not just the metallic feel, but it's a lot brighter than the white. Oh, I've nearly done. Oh no, I've got that one. No. This seriously is a great one for kids because there's no right, wrong. You're just following patterns. And the patterns are easy to copy because you've made them. So got a bit of a double line. So let's put a double line there. Yeah, so these are great for kids. Absolutely brilliant. Especially if you put some brain music on with it. I used to do that in class, the brain food, and it was like, wow. And you could see kids just, and they really, really did achieve more with brain food on. And you can just go online and look for brain music, and it tells you what is good for your brain to listen to while you're working. I know I was in one at Green Room. Jodie Johnson was there. She's lovely, Jodie. And she had she wanted to rest before her show, and she put white noise on. I think that was just to stop me yapping as well, probably. But yeah. But I often put my earphones in. It's not because I'm being rude to the person. It's just I need that time to chill. Because if I keep talking, I always lose focus. See this one here? Some of these lines need to be a bit thicker. Well, I can't believe I've got all that done in one space. Oh, right. No, nobody's asked that yet. It is like that, isn't it? The great cardstock I use is it's Frisk. You can get it thinner than this, but this is 30. 20 sheets of 3. I've had it on before. It's not cheap, but it's great. I think it's too good to mount your work on, and I love drawing on it. And it can get the black and the brown as well. So yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. It's got a really great weight to it, and it's so nice to draw on. So I can't believe in 1 hour I've managed to get all that done. I really can't believe. But you see how it all. See, I think there needs to be one here. Now, would it be better with that one? Yeah, I think I don't want them touching, you see. I've managed to stay away from touching, so let's go with I think that's enough. What I could do is something a bit different then in this one, couldn't I? A square and a circle together. Let's see what it looks like. Mes amis. I'll do white, black. Okay. This would look amazing in a frame. Abstract art. What is it? Well, if you think of the word abstract, I always used to say it's like subtract. I can't say it sometimes. I'll just pop myself in the eye. Ow! Subtract in a mathematical term is take away, isn't it? Oh, I've just poked myself right in the eye. So to take away, we're talking about taking elements out, aren't we? So subtract, take away. Abstract is to take images away. And what you do is you then blow them up and blow them up, blow them up. So like this, for instance, you're looking at the overall thing, but then in some of my work, I might look at that bit and make it really big. So let's just do this bit here. Okay. So when I do it really big, it's now that. So you're abstracting or subtracting an area out and abstracting it. So you're taking it away from its original form and you're making another form out of it. And that's what I love about abstract art, because I'm sure there's a better way of putting it, and a terminology that more fits it, but you understand it how you understand it, and I understand it that way. So I tend to find a way that is easily remembered and understood. So that's how I used to do it with school, a way of finding what these things mean. Oh, look at that, I just watched it. Finding out what these things mean in a very, I used to call it for myself an idiot proof for me, not for anybody else, for me. No, I'm not saying that you need idiot proof. I'm just saying that's how I used to see it. How would I understand it? And that's how it works. So we've got all these wonderful, and I'm just looking at some of these, and I want to emphasize perhaps just areas. Oh, look at that. Okay. Love, this is one of my favourites ever. So fickle. Oh, we used to go away telling me that my thing's out of date. I know my whole body and my life and everything is out of date. You don't need to keep telling me. Everything about me is out of date. Yay. Apart from my artwork's not out of date. Constantly learning, never stop learning, never, ever, ever stop learning. Not one of us, ever. There's always things to learn, always. Even it nearly broke me heart to do that, then leave that. I had to leave it at blooming 2, not 3. That's better. Oop, no, little Liz, come on, get your little one on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this has got potential for a piece of artwork. Stitching, you name it. It's got a right potential for it. Look at that, shining. No, that's because I've done that there, you see. That looks a bit disjointed, I don't like that. But you could put white in with this as well, and white would look really super cool because it's a different colour, you see. so it reacts with light in a different way. She tries another one, and another one, and another one. That's it. There we go. The white really interacts and makes a big difference. But yeah, I think I might just do that one there. Now I'm sure there's pretty good gold and silver pens out there, so you know, use what you've got. But if you want to know what these are, if you go to my Amazon webpage on louwithers.com, you'll see what I recommend. So I don't think I've got a gold with me. Oh, I have. Try a bit of gold in with it. Because even though it's gold, and you think, oh, it's going to be really bright, it actually gives some shade to it gives some shade to the silver. Let me just bring it up here. You see? So if I go like that and then bring it down, it should focus. There we go. You see? There's a bit of shade to it. So if you wanted to, these are all Uniball that I'm using. I got them from Amazon. The different ones, these are 0.5 and they got 0.8. So see, I don't like this one, so I'm going to change it up. See how that has now made that a lot nicer. So I'm just going to do, I think, one flash of colour, maybe over here, and I'll do it here just to show you. So start with like dots further apart. Sorry, it's a bit hard to see this, but further apart. And then bring them closer together. So you've got like a sheen, but then you get to see it. Can you see? You've got a sheen of it. And then you get to see it close up. And how it breaks it all up. So I could just do one part of that. Like it's firing on a different neuron. That's like that could be us. Firing on a different, see? I'm loving that idea. I am absolutely right. Can you see? Can't see that, so I'll do it in this. A Neuro Moodle doodle. And even if it was to do I could even bring these and put some lines in background. I'm loving this. Loving it. I really hope you enjoyed this because that's one of my favourites up to now, and it's interconnecting and not unconnecting. Let's get rid of that one. And it's to me, it's like how our brain works. Individual, we all have the same sort of functions, sort of, although they're not the same, obviously. But how the responses, the choices, all the things that we do that make us take us on a different pathway. Does that make sense? It's a bit airy-fairy for some, I know, but I really don't care because you choose to listen, you choose to watch, or you turn off. So for all those people that really don't enjoy stuff, why would you waste hours of your day watching stuff you don't like? I just don't get me. I can't get my head around that. Oh, way. So I'm really hoping. Hello, Val. I'm really hoping you enjoyed that. If you want to know more information, you can come and have a look at my website, which is lewithers.com. And if you go on there, it gives you lots of work and ideas and different things. I have got a really good pen set that I still can't find. And it's 50% off the Highlight Crafts. If you go to Highlight Crafts and put in FL50, you get the pens half price. And just remember, you're not alone. A reflection of time together is when we can sit and do this. You're never too far away from somebody who is in the same position who needs a bit of support with you. So thank you so much. I'll see you Sunday because I'm at Doncaster Saturday and working Friday, and today is it Wednesday? Alexa, what's the day today?
Today is Wednesday the 12th of October.
Right, yeah, working Friday, and Saturday. So Sunday, I'll see you bright, and we might do another one of these with some different shapes in it because I'm really getting into these and just some patterns in it. All right, so thank you for your support. If you wish to sort of support me in any way, check out my website, and can you give me a thumbs up on and subscribe to it on YouTube, because then I'll get more people hitting on it or whatever it is, banging the drum or hitting the bell or whatever they do, kicking door in, whatever it is. But then I can get more logarithms. Don't know what that means. I'm trying to find out. I think I sorted it now. But anyway, I'm not telling anyone. So I will see you soon. See you Sunday. Bye.